Shalom, Israel. Oh.
Across and then I feel your eyes show emotion, see a spark, tempting me to fuel it, make a move.
Shalom, shalom, good morning. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. You know, I need you to hit the little bell so you can be notified of all the fun truth videos coming out of this biblical teaching that I have here at JD Nija 144. Tell all your friends. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? This is such a rare place to be. If you made it here somehow and you're actually hanging in there and listening, you either listen to GMS or some of the other men that are bringing out these truths, and you believe it, and you know, before I get started, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Merkakwadash, our Heavenly Father. That's the real name in the Paleo-Hebrew, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai is the real name in the Paleo-Hebrew. It's Yahshua, but it's also Yahweh Shua, because it's coming. It's what's the Yah mean? It means deliver. He Yah delivers. Yahshua, Yahweh. So it's been alliterated from the Paleo-Hebrew into the Greek, the Aramaic into now it's Jesus. But anyhow, and the Rekakwadash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo-Hebrew. Rekakwadash. They call it the Lashwan Kwadash. It's the spiritual language of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So, there's a few issues I want to talk about today. Don't mind the crazy hair. You thought it was crazy when it was long. Look at it now. All wild. But anyway, these GMS boys are cracking at the seams. You know, I never could figure out why they would put limits on people and to box them in and to tell them you got to do this, you got to do that, and to a certain extent, yeah, you want people that are doing it for the right reasons, you know, like getting people saved, getting people to wake up to their nationality. You know, especially if you're a Hebrew Israelite. But they've shown themselves to be quite racist. And you would think they would be trying to break that racist mode by in that gang mentality that I say GMS means gangster mentality. Scriptural. It's what it is. It's gangster mentality. They're not open to anyone except their own little black Sambo fucking trip that they got going on. And I don't know if that's a psyop. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, they sure are putting in a lot of work. I can't figure them out. But what they got going now is they're all talking shit on each other. And I told you this months ago. I prophesied this months ago. And you know why I prophesied that? Because I am one of the elect. I'm not claiming hopeful. I looked into that again. You know that whole hopeful elect shit? That's some fucking weak ass doctrine, man. Hopeful elect. There's one scripture that says, make your election sure by doing the work. You know what? There's people whose elections are sure that aren't doing a damn thing. They are the elect. There's nothing they can do about it. These fuckers act like it's a resume for a fucking job application. It's not how it is. You can't just... And it's becoming more and more evident to me as I dig into this truth, this Bible, this one, the Holy Bible. Holy means set apart. And I might not be the best teacher, but I'm of the gatekeepers. I'm of the temple crowd, man. I'm of the in crowd. I don't have to do much of anything. I am who I am. He's going to make me do what I have to do. And so right now, what I have to do is keep pushing these messages out because he wants me to work. He wants me to work. I love doing it. But I could be paying attention to some other stuff too, instead of constantly thinking about what's going on in this world. It'll hurt because he jabs me now. I can't get very far from this truth before he pokes me and tells me get back to work. So I'm just going to do what he says so my life doesn't go haywire and things, I get some whoopings, you know. But anyhow, yeah, GMS is, I told one of the gentlemen that everyone's whining, complaining, crying about each other, calling each other niggas, and I saw it coming. So I don't really have a specific lesson, just like I don't have a specific lesson any days. Well, some days I do. I pull something up that's in my craw or whatever, but suck you, brothers. I've been sleeping so much. I'm just kind of depressed at the way this fucking world is. It's got to be coming down to the end because it's just so full of nothing. There's psyops everywhere. The news is just a bunch of bullshit. They're not telling us anything. We used to think it was fun that we're over on this side of the world and our enemies are on that side of the world, and we used to think that our people are telling us the truth and those people are lying to us and blah, 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 you know. But now we realize, fuck, man, they're all lying. In fact, what's starting to happen now is our country's trying to tell them the truths about them, and they're trying to tell us the truths about our country, and it's just turned into such a mess because everyone's covering their ass, trying to say, we never said that, we never did that. The truth is coming out everywhere because they can't contain it. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is, the truth is blossoming everywhere, and you could stay here and catch it from me, or you could just look out your window. I'll be a little bit ahead of the curve on a lot of this stuff. I'm literally prophesying the end of GMS. Something's going to happen to them pretty soon. I don't know if they're a setup. I don't know what's going on with them, but I'll just open to the Bible. Let's get some scriptures. I don't know what I'll get. I had a feeling I was going to come to Job, because I don't really read Job that much, but we'll see what he's got. How about Yahweh's superiority? God's superiority, Job 40:10. 40:10. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? This is Yahweh power going. Are you nuts? Not only do you not regard me, but who's going to stand up against me? Who has prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heavens is mine. I like that. I've told you that before. He created everything. He's in charge of the left hand, the right hand. He makes it all happen. Not some of it, all of it. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with a double bridle? So when they talk about garment, that's the knowledge that Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai has. You know, Esau Edom thinks he's so smart that he can do all these things that the Lord let him do. But that's the point. The Lord let him do it. The Lord gave him the power to do it. Everything he has, everything he's done was given to him by the Lord, Yahweh power. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, the pyramids. Do you know that they can't replicate that today? They cannot replicate the pyramids. Even with all our technical abilities, they cannot replicate. The pyramids are precision made to the, I think they're off like less than a eighth of an inch from the whole thing, from one corner to another corner to another corner. And that's probably only because of it breaking down, erosion, right? When they were made perfect. So when you think of Yahweh power, he gave us those pyramids. I was thinking that part of Solomon's rule, when the transformation took place, and I think it was, who was up there? John and who was it? Just Peter and John, probably. But one of them said, it's good that we're here because the Lord transformed into Moses and Elijah. And I don't know. I have a feeling part of the temple, when the temple was made, the Lord didn't want David to make the temple because he was a bloody man, but Solomon would build it, he said. And the beauty of that pyramid is unbelievable. I'm going to keep reading. Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. Yeah, we haven't even seen the bite that's going to come out of us when Yahweh power comes back. It's pretty scary shit. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a closed seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are joined one to another. They stick together, that they cannot be sundered. By his Nisins a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils goes smoke, and out of a seething pot of cauldron. That's what we're seeing in. We're seeing the Lord's anger coming up in the Canary Islands. Canary in a coal mine, right? So when you think of canary in a coal mine, you know why they have the canaries in the coal mine, right? See, some of this stuff comes to me as I'm sitting here, and that's the beauty of sitting with J.D. Nija every morning. Canary in a coal mine. Canary Islands, right? Canary, Las Palmas. Las Palmas is another one. The temple was adorned with palm leaves, right? And canary in a coal mine, they took the canaries down in the coal mine as a warning to when there was too much gas building up that was going to be dangerous for the miners, right? So when you think of the Canary Islands, the Canary Island volcano, that's a warning sign. That's a warning sign to anyone with any. All you have to do is have earthly sense and go, da 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 da. Canary Islands. Hey, it's kind of like that police song, "Canary in a Coal Mine." This might be a warning. Duh. Just saying. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The neck remains its strength. The neck is where Benjamin rests, because he rests close to the head. If you've never heard that before, that's one of the blessings of Benjamin was to rest along the neckline, because he's always close to the Lord. He's close to the head. And so when it talks about the strength of the neck, that's of the men. That's of the bloodline of Yahushua, the men that are here. His neck remains strong, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flake, and another clue to that truth. See, I know this Bible really well, but I don't know it in a way that I'm not gonna amaze you. It's a simple Bible. It's simple if you know what you're talking about. Benjamin, when he was born, his mom, Rachel, who died giving birth, said, "I'm going to name him Benoni, son of my sorrow." And Jacob said, "No, I don't like that name. We're going to call him Benjamin, son of my right hand." So that's your proof right there of what I'm talking about, because it says, "In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him." The sorrow's going to turn into the fucking boom, right hand fucking punch, man. The flakes of his flesh are joined together, and they are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. In his heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of nether millstone. So that's where these fuckers get that. I like that one. That's a good one. Nether millstone, 24 of 40 is lower millstone. I guess the lower the piece of millstone is, the harder it gets. The heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of nether millstone. All right. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breakings, they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon, which is a javelin. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. Can't fight against Yahweh power. He snaps that shit like it doesn't even exist. The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laughs at the shaking of a spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreads sharp pointed things upon the mire. Sounds like you don't have much chance against Yahweh power. And that's why I fear him. That's why I'm going this way. That's why I do this every day, even though no one's listening. And you know, to get a really good blessing out of these lessons, you don't have to do much. You just have to turn that on whenever you're ready. Listen to what I'm saying a little bit. Laugh. Get pissed. Be bored. Whatever it takes. That's what this life is all about. All of it. That's why I do it every day, because not every day is going to be fun. I'm not going to sing David Bowie every day. You might hate that. You might go, fuck, please don't. And someone else is going, yeah, do you know Young Americans? I do, but that's a tough one. You can hear the young Americans. Just hearing the idols singing, it's up so loud. Everywhere and never. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't listen to that song very much anymore. I liked it back in the day, but sorry for those people who don't like David Bowie. that was pretty shitty too. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. That's what I'm saying about the damn volcano over there. The deep. Anybody want to answer me about what the deep is? He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. The deep. The deep is the ocean. The deep is the water that comes from below. The water that comes from below comes... I've told you this 100 times. I'll tell you again. We're not on a spinning web ball rocket. The deep is everything that's below the fucking flat line. The doggy wanted to come see me. Hear me talking. So that's the deep. He maketh the path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Upon earth there is not his like, who is made without fear. Who is made without fear? Everyone's afraid of something. He's not afraid of shit. He beholdeth all high things. He is king over all the children of pride. Hopefully this one's back on JD Nija. See, Job, the reason Job is so hard is because it's early Hebrew poetry, and it's in what would you call it? It's in prose form, so it's poetic prose, right? And the translation doesn't always work. They did a pretty good job. Let's see what I got. 24:5. All right. There's not a whole lot of message here today, except that these Pharisees, these Sadducees, these gang mentality scriptural dudes. There's some of my men in there. I know that. But whatever they're doing, trying to do, whatever, if there's money involved, I don't know. I don't know if they're playing games with money and we don't know it. And that's one of those things that they will not bring out. That it may get really testy. And part of the reason I think it's getting testy is because there is money involved. There's money flowing to the upper realms. It's some kind of pyramid. You get in Great Millstone, you do the work, and you raise up, and you make money within the organization by moving into leadership positions. I don't know. I'm assuming, or I'm not assuming, but I'm pontificating on the possibilities of why there's so little spirit, and there's a lot of dark energy getting going with these men. Part of it is I'm prophesying against them too, because I don't believe in anybody thinking that they're above someone else as far as this word goes. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. I've been humbled time and time again in the regeneration. Humbled time and time again. I was the guy that thought he was going to be king. What has that done to me? Made me realize I ain't shit. Because you know what? I got put to death by Yahushua. And you can believe that if you want. You don't have to believe it. The Lord told me you changing your name to Adonijah. Donijah. And that means just like hand, highly favored and gracious. And there's a blessing behind Donijah. There's a comeliness there. There's a beauty, and I've looked into it, and I need to look into it again. But it's bittersweet. Knowing you're pretty awesome, but knowing no one's shit in the kingdom until He tells you are. And we have to stay here and be humble and do this work. I don't know who these fuckers are, man. I've tried to get them to set me straight, or to answer me in a way that shows some respect. They don't respect me. That's okay. That's okay. But let it be known, I'm saying this again, that their shit can't stand. It's a house divided. Maybe that'll be the name of the message. Who can stand? ... A house divided. All right, Israel, I love you. This is your brother, J.D. Nijah. Till the next one, Shalom.